Hey there guys, it's Anthony here from Cutting Edge Guitar, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a comparison for you between the all-new Ibanez Q series and the UK-made custom-built Grainger Attis model. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, first things first, if you've been following my channel, you'll have seen that I've been doing lots of videos about these UK custom-made guitars. I've also recently been talking about this awesome new Ibanez Q series. If you want to see loads more videos like this, please do subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy the content, give it a like, share it to anyone that you think might enjoy it. So why am I doing a comparison between these two guitars? I mean, for first things first, one of them is headless, one of them has headstock. So it's kind of like, well, what's the thing with why these two? Well, actually, the reason I thought these would make a good matchup is because they've both got an interesting body shape. Okay, so I mean, I've had the Grainger Attis in my possession for a little while. As I say, anyone who's following the channel will know that I have a very good friend locally to me who sells boutique British-made guitars. And I've been making some content about them because I think these instruments are very interesting and really, really cool. I also have some contacts, shall we say, at Ibanez UK, and they've allowed me to make some content about this. I'm a massive, massive Ibanez guitar fan. So with these two guitars in my possession, I was looking at them and I thought, well, there's an obvious comparison here between the Ibanez Q and the Ibanez S series that I own. But I was looking at these other guitars and I was like, what is this guitar kind of like? You know, what is it similar to? And it made me think, well, actually, yeah, the Grainger, like this guitar, obviously they've got different body shapes, they're different companies and all that sort of thing. But I thought of all of the guitars I've got at the moment, they would make a good comparison matchup. I think a lot of the people that would follow my channel and be interested in the style of guitar playing that I'm talking about and all the rest of it as well, these guitars make a really, really good fit. So I generally would be playing a combination of technical kind of rock, fusion. I play a lot of blues. I probably don't play most conventional style of blues, although I love people like Robin Ford, Larry Carlton, all that sort of stuff. Everything that I do, I like to play a lot of notes, shall we say. There's music that's got a lot of technical facility about it. And these kind of guitars, they are designed for that sort of thing. Because of the fact that they have no traditional appeal. You know, with this one, the Ibanez, you've got the headless, you've got the really thin body, you've got slanted frets, you've got the roasted maple, you've got all of this stuff. There's nothing in there that you'd go, well, that's traditional. There's nothing that's like Stratty. There's nothing that's like Gibson. With the Grainger style thing, again, it's like, well, there's nothing in here that's like the ordinary. These guitars are modern, pushing forward, and I suppose really you could say cutting edge type instruments. Obviously, looking at the name of my business, what I do, that's the kind of guitar styles that I'm into, the cutting edge, what's pushing forward. So I suppose really what we'll do is we'll talk about, I mean, I know for a fact that there are some people that watch my content that have been really interested in both of these guitars, asking me about them. So let's start off at price. What you've got is, with the British custom-built, handmade jobber, you're looking at super small, boutique, high-end manufacturing, okay? So this is going to cost you a premium because of the fact that, you know, it's only a very, very small company that's putting a lot of man-hours into building this sort of thing. They're using real high-quality tone woods, high-quality aftermarket pickups like bare knuckle, them sorts of things. This sort of thing is going to cost you, okay? The last time that I looked, it was about £1,800 to buy this through Leo and Ted's. There is a link in the description to go and check that out. It's probably gone down at the moment because I think they had a summer sale. Obviously, off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure, but the links in the description will take you to the sales page. I'll put that in there. But I would suggest that this is going to be about 1,500 quid. You're not going to get much change out of that for the kind of tone woods, the fact that it's a small manufacturer, and things like bare knuckle pickups. You know, the pickups themselves are setting you back a good few £100 just for a set of bare knuckle. So there's going to be a cost, but one of the things with that is, you know, the things like the fretboard, you're getting this beautiful looking flame maple. We've got a really nice flame maple top. So this is a pretty guitar. It's also a super well made guitar. You know, it looks absolutely gorgeous. You look on the back, the way it's all been polished, cut. You know, it's just a really well made, good looking instrument, right? So there's all of that, and obviously the playability I'll get into in a minute. But so that's the Grainger Attis, gorgeous guitar, really well made. Now the thing with the Ibanez, at the moment these are Indonesian made. So what you're getting there, you're getting a cheaper labour cost, okay? Because there's no two ways about it. People in Indonesia are going to get paid a much lower hourly rate than people in the UK, so there's one saving. In terms of the fact that Ibanez are just a massive brand and all the rest of it as well, they're going to be able to make stuff cheaper than a UK custom-built small firm. That's the way that things are. Also, Ibanez make all of their own stuff, their own hardware. I mean, actually, Grainger are one of the few companies that will make their own bridges and that sort of thing. But you've got Ibanez bridges, you've got Ibanez pickups. I'm not sure exactly where the components would come from, actually, in terms of like the pots and the switches and that. They're probably going to come from somewhere else. But Ibanez are going to be able to get hold of those things probably a lot cheaper than anyone else because of the fact that they're mass producing. Nyato body. Nyato, I don't know exactly how you say the tone word on this, but I'm assuming that that is going to be a cheaper alternative for things like mahogany. Obviously, with problems like the CITES issue nowadays, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, they're basically the people who are policing what kind of wood we're using from places like the Brazilian rainforest, you know, that sort of stuff. That sort of thing causes issues for instrument manufacturers these days because you're not allowed to use certain woods to a certain extent that we did before, that sort of thing. But a Nyato body, I'm just guessing it's going to be cheaper. With this, we've got roasted maple, bird's eye maple fretboard, roasted maple neck with a Bubinga stripe. These are quite high-end appointments. We've also got Jeska Evo Gold frets, and the fact that they're slanted. I mean, I don't know. That's not going to cost any more money in terms of the fret wire. At least I shouldn't think so. But is it going to cost more money in the manufacturing costs? Probably. When these become like Japanese, I would imagine when you've got Japanese high-end versions of these, you're going to be getting way towards that sort of Grainger price. But at the present time, these things are obviously going to be cheaper. In terms of this sort of setup, what you've got in sounds and all that sort of stuff, both of these guitars are dual humbucker. We've also got, on both of these guitars, we've got switching, like standardized switching. So for example, on the Q series, I've got like a 5-way blade switch. I've also got this Dynamics 10 switch in here that will give you 10 different sounds. So you've got 5 settings on the normal switch. Then when you flip your Dynamics, you're going to get another set of different 5 sounds on your blade switch there. Obviously a tone control and a volume control. So obviously backing off your volume, it depends on how you use these sorts of things. On the electric guitar, really backing off the volume, all it's going to do is give you less signal to your amp, to whatever you're using, so that it'll clean your sound up. It's not really going to make it louder or quieter. I would imagine most people that are watching this channel know all that stuff anyway. Nice to have a tone control on a guitar like this. There's a lot of these kind of guitars that don't even come with them these days. But I personally like to roll off a bit of tone depending on what sort of sound I'm going for. When you're looking at the Grainger, you've got the same sort of deal, but what we've got with this, we've got a 3-way toggle switch, and then we've got 2 of these sort of coil split, which they're similar to what the Dynamics will do on the Ibanez. But anyway, so that's going to give you a whole range of sounds. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play both of these guitars over a backing track so that you can hear them in action, and then that will be it for the video. So have a watch of my playthrough. Drop me a line in the comments to let me know which one of these you think that you would prefer. And please do subscribe to the channel. That will help me out massively. Okay, guys, you take care. I'll see you next time.